today, something a little bit different. Gangs of Mega City 1, not to be confused with the game of the same name from like 10, 15, 20 years ago. I have revived it and made it my own. Of course, it's just for me, it's a homebrew system. I've taken the best bits from a bunch of other games and made this. Normally I'd be playing it on the tabletop, but I just wanted to test out this mod that I made so I can play test it like anytime when I'm away, whatever. I'll take my laptop with me and play test this. Right, so let's have a look at the board. The first thing that I took from another game, or another couple of games, was the grid system, the zone system. No tape measures, you just move from square to square. So if your movement is 2, you move 1, 2, yeah? Diagonally or in a straight line or whatever, yeah? Pretty simple, very simple. Same if you're going up, that's, you know, one movement point per level, basically. Yeah, very simple. No tape measures, no messing about. Also, with the zones, if there's anything in that zone that could be cover, like a crate or a box or a barrel or whatever, even if you're not standing behind it, if it's in your zone, you are in cover. Yeah, there's none of this like line of sight bullshit. Like, oh, I can see his leg, or whatever, or he's 51% exposed, and you know, the power gamer bullshit. Power gamers ruin games. None of that. Very simple. A little bit abstract, but you know, it's a miniatures game. The miniatures can't move. They can't literally duck behind cover, so it doesn't work unless you do abstract, in my opinion. Right. Anyway, so that's what the thing I took from a few different games. Dust, Dead Zone, to name a couple. I like that. So that's the zone system. Another thing I took, obviously you can see these cards. Any game, any skirmish game that has special rules for each unit, or weapon special rules, or anything like that, and doesn't have cards, I can't play it. I make my own cards because I can't memorize all of these special rules. I just can't do it. So yeah, cards. Yeah, all the rules for that unit, the weapon special rules, the unit special rules, all the rules all together explained on the card. Yeah, that's from a couple of different games. What else have I taken? What else have I taken? Oh yeah, you see all these funky dice. Have you ever played Imperial Assault? I played that a couple of times, and I was very impressed by their funky dice. Yeah, seems like a lot of dice, but basically it's one roll versus one roll. There's no armor save, there's no cover save, there's no Pepto-Bismol save, invulnerability save, bullshit save, cheating save, all that crap. You just roll one dice, and on that dice, let me show you. On that dice, you've got the number, that's the accuracy. Yeah. So if that's 3, it means you can shoot 3, up to 3 zones away. Yeah. So before you even roll the dice, because you know what is possible on that dice. On here, you've got like there's a 5 there, 3 or 5. You know that you could probably possibly get up to a 5, but it's not likely. You're probably going to do a 2 or 3. So it's up to you. What are your you know the odds of hitting someone 5 away. So 30% chance. So, and each dice has a different odds of doing that. So the red dice, these are for melee. They've got much more hits on them and no accuracy at all. So you can't hit anyone except if they're in the same zone with the red dice. Blue dice has a very high accuracy. So like I said, there's a 5 on there somewhere. Yellow dice and green dice, they're middle of the range. They got maybe a 3 on there. I'm not really sure. 2 or 3. The black and white dice are defense dice. So let's have a look at the cards. Here we go. City Death Officer. So we have advance. Yeah, that's how far you can walk. Run, that's how far you can run. The defense, that's the black dice. If he gets attacked, he rolls the black dice. And these are his attack dice, the green and the yellow. Easy, yeah? Right. So let's have a look at this dice. So here we go. That's a 1 and a surge, yeah? So that means he can shoot. He declares he's going to shoot that unit. Then he rolls the dice. Oh, if it's within 1, he's hit. And he's got this squiggly sign. That's a surge, yeah? So he hit, but he hasn't caused any damage actually, but he's really tried quite hard. That's a surge, and he can spend that surge on either of these surge values, which means a +1 accuracy, so he can hit 2 away, or in this case he hasn't done any damage and he needs to do damage, so he will spend that surge to give him 1 damage, and this unit will take 1 damage, or probably more likely roll a defense. Right. Okay. Put that back for a minute. Right. What else have I taken? Oh yeah. From Bolt Action and Gates of Antares, I took these order dice. So basically, for each unit you have, so I have, here we go, I've got a City Death Officer, this guy here, and I've got Jaeger Squad Commandos, a bunch of those. So that's 2 units, yeah? This unit is all identical, and this guy is on his own, he's a hero. So, 2 units, 2 dice. Let's put these by the dice bag. And basically we put those dice in the bag. Let's see here, we've got 2 units, 2 dice. Where are the dice? Right, 2 units, 2 dice. So it's 2 units versus 2 units. Slightly different stats on their units. So if I grab all of these, grab them all, shake them up, drop them in the dice bag. So there's 4 order dice in there. So the initiative order happens by randomly taking a dice out the bag. Oh, it's a red die. Okay, so the red player can basically activate one of these units. Yeah, and if you look at the dice, we've got we've got run, advance, down, rally, fire, and ambush. So this just when you've done any of these things, you put this next to your unit, and it tells you that unit has been, and it tells you what that unit has done. Yeah, it's like a kind of a 6-sided token, effectively. We don't roll these dice. So let me just start off the game. Right, so the other guys are over there, we're over here, so we're going to, let's find run, set number to 1, let's run, okay, right, so I put the key here, as I'm not able to manipulate the dice with my hands, I have to use this system. Right, put that back in 1. Right. Okay. So let's have this. The officer, city def officer. He's going to run. Actually, no. I've just noticed that he's got a special rule, which means one friendly unit within 3 zones may also immediately fire against the same target if you like. So, okay, yeah. No, actually, I didn't read that properly. He's going to run. Before we start, actually, turn counter. There we go. Turn 1. Right. So, Jaeger Squad Commando. City Def Officer. He's going to run, and his run is 2. So 1, 2. So he's in cover because there's a well there. Let's put him the right way up. There we go. Yeah, there's a bit of cover in that zone. He's in cover. Yeah, like I said, he's a model. He can't literally crouch down behind that. Yeah. Right. So that was the first activation of the game. Let's pull out another dice. There we go. Oh, it's red again. So these guys are going to run. Let's have these guys run. Let's put them on the roof because I can. 1, 2. See how that works. Yeah. Cool. Right, so the last 2 dice will be these guys, and yeah, let's get them up. Okay, run, and run. Okay, so let's have this guy running. 1, 2, and these guys, they're not scared. They're running straight down the street in the open. Right, that is the end of turn 1. Turn 2. We put the dice back in the bag. If I put them there. Oh, I should have fixed that. Let me fix that now. Toggle lock. Toggle lock. Yeah. So I put these. Because of this interface, what we have to do is select all of these dice together, shuffle them up, shake them around, and then plop them all in the bag at the same time. And they're mixed up, yeah. Right, turn 2, pull one out. It's the blues. Right, let's just switch the table around so I can read the card. What have we got over here? Right, you see here, both of these guys, their attack dice, there's no colours there because if you look here, special rule, can choose any 2 attack dice, must be different colours. Same with this one, yeah. Pretty powerful. So, depending on the situation, I mean, if they're in melee, I guess I'd be choosing red dice. If they're quite far away, I'll be choosing blue dice. If they're somewhere not too far away, like 4 or 5 squares away, I'll probably choose a red and a green. Or, I mean a blue and a green, or blue and a yellow. Right. Okay. Let's get this showing right. Oh, not too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So range happens like with the same as movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 1, 2, 3. He's 4 away. Right. So let's just fire. Let's have, where are we? That one. Holocaust Judge. So actually what we can do with these is we can turn those over because these are the spare cards that we're not using today. Right. Yeah, so Holocaust Judge, he's going to fire. So he can choose any 2 attack dice. So he's going to choose, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's mid-range away, so we're going to choose a blue, and let's try green. More chance of hitting, but 2 blues I think would be overkill as far as range is concerned, let's yeah, so this is how we shake. We just move back and forth, and then ta-da! That was a little bit crap roll, but anyway, 5. So he hits. That's within range. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we go. 4 plus 1 is 5. That's within accuracy range, and there's 4 hits there. No surges. Right, 4 hits. Right, this guy's a senior officer or a senior def officer. His defense is a black die. Here we go, black die. It's much easier if you're playing against a real person because you won't have to read things upside down and stuff. And go! Right, so that hungry triangle thing, that negates one of these hits. So this guy, he takes 3 hits. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So here are the wounds on the card. These are cards. In real life, I have these cards in my hand, so I mark these off with dry erase markers. But in this virtual world, I'm using this counter. Right. So he's already half dead. Not cool. Right. Next up. Oh, yeah, it's those guys again. Let me switch the table round. Sorry if you're getting seasick. It's just the way things are. Right. I think they're going to do something called advance, which is moving and shooting. Moving and shooting. Right, so they're going to move. See, advance is 1. Here on the card it says 1, so he can move 1 into that square and shoot. Yeah. So if we just check advance, move and fire in any order, model multiplier, and half the hits rounded down. Right. Okay. So let's go through this shooting. So what we do is we shoot, we roll the shooting dice, we multiply the hits by the number of models. Let me just check that on the quick reference card. So, multiply the number of hits by the number of models in that unit. So there's 4. Then half the total number of hits, rounding down. Then apply the surges on the top. Yeah. So surges are not halved. Right, let's do it. So range is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, range 4. So again, I'm going to be rolling these dice. Not sure if I like that plasticky sound. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3 hits times 4. 3 4s are 12. Halved. That's 6. And then we apply the surge. So surge is PS2, so that we ignore 2 of those hungry triangles. Right, so 6 PS2. 6 PS2. Okay, where's that black dice? There it is. I assume these are black dice. Yeah. Right. 6 PS2. Okay, we ignore that. So he takes 6 damage. He's dead. That's it. It's quite a deadly game. I do like deadly games. I'll just take him off the board. There he is. Yeah, 0. Right. Okay, that was cool. Let's just move these out of the way. Right, who's next? I'm getting all lost. There we are. Right. Okay. Effectively, he's dead, so that order die gets removed from the bag totally. And it's these guys, these 6 guys up here. They're quite good at shooting. They got 2 blue dice. There's 2 long range dice. So let's have them fire. Yeah. Let's set number to 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. That's it. Right. Fire. So let's see how much carnage they do. Let's get 2 of the blue dice. 1, 2. Right, let's check the range. See, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go for these guys. Let's thin these guys out. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Okay. Roll the dice. And then wallop. 5. They miss. They got surge though. So that's just +1 hit. No. They miss. Right. Okay. Let's get these out of the way. Right. Okay, that's the end of turn 2. So we gather up the order dice. Put them next to the bag. So he's dead. Order dice, there we are. Put them next to the bag, grab the dice, shake the dice, put the dice in the bag. Okay. Pulling all dice, it's the reds. It's these guys again. They're going to try firing again. That's it. Sometimes I leave the dice next to the unit. It's more clear. Right, here we go. More the dice. So we established that the range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's roll the dice. Yeah, that's 7, so they hit. That's 4 hits. Multiplied by 6. 4 6s are 24. Wow, 24 hits. Doesn't get halved because they aimed and shot. Yeah, it's a fire. They didn't move, so it doesn't get halved. So it's 24. No surges. 24 straight up hits on these guys. Right, 24 straight up hits on these guys. Let's see, what dice do they have? They have black dice, yeah. So let's roll that. 24 straight up hits on these guys. Right, so they take 23 hits. Right, so 23 hits. Each of these guys has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's lose, that's 8. What was it, 21 hits? Yeah, 21 hits. So 8, 16, and then, so those two guys are dead. Remove those. 8, 16, and then up to 21 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each model, so when you attack a unit, one model absorbs the hits until it's dead, and then the next model absorbs the hits until it's dead, and so on. So one of these guys has got 5 hits and the other guy's at full health. Just makes it easier like that. We're not spreading the wounds or anything like that. Basically we wear them down. Great, that was pretty good. Right, so I guess there are only 2 more blue dice in this bag. So let's right, these guys, yeah. I actually forgot last turn. These guys are on the roof. As you can see, there's a bit of a wall there. That would mean that they're actually in cover. So effectively those hits would have been quartered if they were actually hit, so not a problem. We'll do it this time. These guys, again, they're going to advance. Let's advance. Yeah, let's advance. So these two guys, they're going to move up and they're going to shoot. A bit less effective this time, but they're a bit nearer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it hits, so that's 4. 4 hits times 2 models is 8. No surges, nothing like that. So 8 divided by 2 is 4 because it's long range, and then divided by 2 again because they're in cover is 2. That's a bit crap. And these guys, they rolled a black die, so 2. Okay, take 1 hit. Yeah, pretty good. Right, next one is a blue die. Where is it? Here we are. And that'll be this guy. He's going to advance as well. 2. Yeah, he's going to advance. Advance! So, let me see. Range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same dice. That's a hit. 3 hits. 3 hits. And let's call that Pierce 3. But anyway, so 3 hits divided by 2. Rounded down is 1. Divided by 2 rounded down because they're in cover is 0, so yeah. Nothing. Right. That's the end of the turn. Back to the top. Where's the dice bag gone? It's over here, isn't it? Getting lost on this huge table. So the turn counter doesn't really mean anything in this scenario because there's no scenario. But I'm just showing you. Right, pull a dice. Alright, that's the blues. Yeah, these guys. Let's just shoot. Seems to be. Yeah, so these two guys are going to shoot. Their range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to use these dice. That's 4. Yeah, that's so 6 range hits, and then it's a 4 hits times 2 is 8. 8 hits on those guys, and no surges. Those guys. Oh, it's half because it's in cover. So sorry, 4 hits because they're in cover. 4 hits. They take 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, one of them is at half health. Right, next. Right, these guys, they're going to fire. Because they were very effective last turn, so they're going to fire on these guys. 2 blue dice. Cocked dice. Let's try again. Right. Range is fine. 1, 2, 3 plus a surge. Surge is another hit. So, so 3 times 6. 3 6s are 18. plus one more hit is 19. 19 hits, no cover. These guys, 19 hits, no cover. They roll a black dice. 19 hits, no cover. Take 17 hits. So 5, 17 hits. So that's yep. That unit has been nullified. Take one of their order dice out the bag. Oh, it's already out. That's fine. Take the order dice off the board. So it's just this guy versus those guys. I don't fancy his chances. He's going to fire. Yeah. 5, that's a hit. That's not very good though. 1 plus 3, but yeah, the cover nullifies that one hit. So there you go. End of turn 4, beginning of turn 5. As you can see, it goes pretty quickly. I do like games that go quickly because it feels like I'm actually doing something. I'm having an effect. I'm blowing things up. Oh, let's remove one of these. Sorry. Let's remove one of these. There we are. Right. Shake them up. Put them in. Take one out. It's the blues. This guy. Yeah, my cat's getting hungry. He's going to have to wait 2 more hours. Okay, let's fire. Let's just keep firing. I forgot to mention that if you are fired upon and you haven't spent an order this turn, you have the choice to go down. If you go down, you half the number of hits again. So that's quite a good option. And if you get charged, then you haven't acted that turn, you have a chance to run away. Right, anyway, he's going to fire. Right, 1 hit, nullified by the wall. Okay. Ineffective. Next. Let's fire. These guys are super good at firing. It's basically a squad of snipers from what I can see. Yeah, of course they hit. There's 2 hits on the dice. Times 6 is 12. That guy, he rolls his defense. His defense is a white die, and you'll see why those are very good. Now, right, see that symbol, that pizza symbol, that means he dodges all those hits and he gets a free attack back. Yeah, so he gets a free attack back, which is going to be a fire. Let's roll that one again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That hits. That's 4 hits. Divided by 2 is 2. They roll defense. That's a 1. They take 1 hit. Yeah, being in cover is a really good idea. Right. Right, back to the top. Sorry if you're getting seasick. Shake it up, put them in. Right. Normally there'd be a mission or something, and it would earn at the end of turn. It would end at the end of turn 8 or something like that. So, pull a dice. Pull a dice, any dice, or a die if you prefer. Right. He's just going to run up. Try and get into close combat with these guys in a minute. these guys are going to shoot again. It's their best option. So 2 blue dice. Well within range. That's only 2 hits, but 2 times 6 is 12. And then we roll defense. Okay, he gets a free attack back. Instead of using that die, he's gonna go for a red die this time, because reds have a lot more hits and stuff on them, but they don't have any range. But he's much nearer now, so he might actually hit. I need a. There we are. Right. Okay. 1, 2. Ah, he doesn't hit. That's a bit of a shit. Yeah, no, he doesn't hit. Scheisse. Right, back to the top. Shake him up. Put him in the bag. Next turn. Pull out a die. Blue. Yeah, you're going to run, aren't you? Right. 1, 2. Trying to get him into close combat. They're going to fire. So let's do the firing. So what have we got? Yeah, the range is fine. 2 hits plus a surge, so 2 times 6 is 12, and plus a surge is 13. Roll defense. Right, that split ring there means all hits are avoided, but he takes the surge. The surge hit applies. Surge doesn't get affected by the split ring or the pizza, so he takes 1 hit. There we go, this one. Let's put that down to 0. Takes 1 hit. Only 2, 4, 6, 8. Only 9 more hits on that guy. Right, back to the top. Shake him up. Dice in the bag. Next turn, pull out a die. Reds. Okay. Fire. Two blue die. Bit of overkill range-wise because he's right next to us. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 6s are 18. 3 6s are 18. No surges, so 18. Let's see what he does. So he avoids all hits. Yeah. So what he's going to do, obviously, charge in time. That's a run. So he charges up into their zone. He's in their zone. If it was on the real tabletop, I'd squeeze them all up, but yeah, whatever. They're all in the same zone. They can't run away. They can't flee from that because they've already acted this turn. Yeah. So let me just check something. Turn that around. Check the rules. Charge. Yeah, there we go. Run charge. Defender can flee one zone if no orders given. Attack roll multiply by number of models up to maximum of 4. Right. Apply surges. Roll defense, and then everything is simultaneous after that. Basically, these guys just keep going at it until one of these guys is dead or decides to flee. So when rolling attack, if you roll a surge, which is the lightning thing, then you can flee one zone. Yeah, and if you roll defense, if you roll the this split ring, which is evade or dodge, or if you roll the pizza symbol, then you can run away one zone. Right, anyway, so this guy, he came up. He's going to roll because he can choose. He gets a free attack because he charged. He's going to roll a red and a green die. Wow, yeah, that's why the red die is quite effective. See, 3 hits on that. So 3, 4, 5, 5 hits, and black die. Okay, so take 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means one guy's dead, and the next guy has 1 wound. So one of these guys is gone. Next guy has 1 wound. Right. Okay, let's put these out of the way because I'm not using them for the minute. These guys, they're long range monsters, but at close range, the blue dice aren't that great. Yeah, so we roll that and that. So we roll that at the same time. We roll these at the same time. Right. Yeah, so we'll roll it all at the same time. There we go. Right. Right. So we've got the black dice and the blue dice are there, and these dice are here. So this means all these have been evaded, and this guy, he rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 hits plus, what's his surge thing? His surge thing is he can choose either deadly or pierce. Pierce ignores the hungry triangles, and deadly ignores and evade, a dodge, a split ring. So let's do pierce, plus 3 pierce. Right, there we go. So this is ignored. Yeah, that's ignored. So 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we roll simultaneously again. Okay, let's separate these out. That blank dice, that one of the sides on the white die is blank. You really don't want to be rolling that if you're defending. And wow, one of the sides on the black dice is this split ring, which means no damage taken. Again, you do want to be rolling that. So this was a particularly good round of combat for the lasgun guys. Right, let's figure this out. So all this damage is ignored because of the black die, and these guys, they rolled 4 hits times 4, because maximum you can gang up is 4 in melee. So 4 4s are 16, and there's no defense on that. So 16 hits on this guy. Where's his card? 16 hits. He's only got like 9 hits left, so he is gone. He's down, he's out, he's gone. Yay! So the Jaeger Squad Commandos have won the game. Right, that was a very quick intro to the mod that I made, and this is actually the first time I've used this mod. I made it like yesterday or something. I do like Tabletop Simulator. It's very good. It's very good. It looks great. Very easy to use. Very easy to make mods for. Once you got the hang of like how to move around and how to zoom in and pick stuff up, it's very quick. It's obviously it's not really a substitute for real tabletop gaming, but if you don't have any choice, if there's no one around, if you've got a very limited amount of time, or in my case, I want to play test this game and it's just quicker if I use this and so on, then I do recommend Tabletop Simulator. Right, thank you very much. I am out. Right, how do I turn this off? Right, see ya.